Yikes, this is a real challenge for the presenter. But there are a few qualifiers. That's just for the initial attention capture. You win or lose their attention in just over the first 8 seconds. If you hooked them in the first 8 seconds, you now have time to tell your story, so long as you don't lose them in the subsequent storytelling. The importance of the first 8 seconds cannot be overstated. By the way, even though bullet points can kill a presentation, this is a good use of them. Here is what those first 8.25 seconds look like. The following slide is from one of Burke's older presentations regarding assessing your audience. In addition to lacking finesse in the design, it has a lot of information that is difficult to digest.
There is a sweet spot for every audience and every presentation. Miss it, and you run the risk of talking down to or over the head of your audience. The good news is that by carefully considering the learning styles, education level, and common points of reference, your presentation will be much more impactful.
With recorded narration, this slide appeared for 25 seconds. Let's see what happens in the first 8 seconds.
There is a sweet spot for every audience and every presentation. Miss it, and you run the risk of talking down.
Well, that didn't work so well. Let's look at why. It started with a bulleted list that might have lost them at the get-go. There is no way someone could have digested all of this information, and that would have been after taking in the bulleted list. The matter-of-fact modulation of the narrator, which was Burke, the author of this micro-lesson, was not compelling, nor did it create a sense of urgency. Experienced presenters develop a feel for the sweet spot that connects the audience to the presentation.
There is a sweet spot for every audience and every presentation. Miss it, and you run the risk of talking down to or over the head of your audience. The good news is that by carefully considering the learning styles, education level, and common points of reference, your presentation will be much more impactful.
It's highly probable that Burke failed to get the story on this slide across to his audience. Could he have done a better job of it? This, perhaps? Let's expand on the know and respect your audience to something like this. With that short of a statement, we may want to add a background graphic. The combination of the background and emphasized text box should be consistent with your color palette, a topic covered in a different micro-lesson. Also, depending upon your style, this slide lends itself to some sort of fly-in animation and maybe even a sound effect. So storytelling with PowerPoint doesn't need to extend your presentation. Sometimes it can make it shorter and have greater impact than the longer version. Go figure.